This reading would suggest the conclusion of a chapter or a rupture in your foundation at the very least. However, there's very much residual energy here, or you're tiptoeing around something. You're sort of trying to figure out what the hell to do, I feel like, because on one hand, you're very focused on your best interest. And I think that there is an understanding of maybe what needs to happen or where you could better utilize your time or energy. And you're having a hard time doing that. Yeah, it's like you're standing around, but there's not going to be much time for that. And ahead of you is the Emperor, so I do think that you overcome this. It's just sort of weighing on you at the moment. Meanwhile, the outside influence, there's maybe debate, confusion, discussion, speculation, and opportunities. Now, whatever process you're healing through, when you get there, there is the Star and the Ace of Wands. So I feel like you're going to start moving forward in a good way. You're going to heal in a good way, and you'll probably accomplish a thing or two. Once you transcend the fear, the restlessness, the doubt, the prison of the mind, because you have the Devil crossing you, you have strength, you have temperance, but you also have the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Pay attention to how something makes you feel, because I think that that will be a big indicator for you and the direction you should take or the choices you should make. And I mean, to be honest, the way this reading unfolds, it seems like you're already very aware of that. It's just maybe you don't want to be, or you're, because it kind of suggests, debate and considering things that you've already established or that you've already worked through or that have already happened. Let me pull another spread. I do want to take a moment to promote my Patreon. That is where all the extended versions of these readings go, as well as exclusive content and monthly art prints get mailed out. And that's a great way to support me as an independent artist and creative. If you haven't, do feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to work with me on a personal level, I have several options for personal readings in my shop, which is available. All the information and links are available in the description below. Hold on, let me finish the spread. Don't ignore things any longer, It's like you're waiting for this day in the sun, or you're waiting for this moment of clarity or this moment of moving forward. And, there's nothing to sort of not be clear about. And also, I feel like there are maybe circumstances that really limit your potential, really limit your options, really limit your choices. And you're just sort of stuck there for whatever reason. And, it's almost like you're waiting for the clarity. But see, as I say this, you already know this. So the clarity, it's there. And if you overcome the fear and you sort of put the efforts towards whatever needs to happen, everything sort of has its cost, right? So if something requires more time, spend the time. Because if you do that, you may see a lot of very surprising things happen for you sort of out of the blue. You may get a much better reaction than you think, or you may accomplish things a lot faster than you think. lot of intuitive energy here. And I feel like you're afraid that you'll regret your choice, or there's, you know, and that's maybe where the debate comes in. But, you know, the whole reading kind of feels like just take a good look at things. But, you know, I don't think it's that complicated outside of maybe your emotions. A change, a death, an ending is sort of, I want to say required, yeah. Justice is maybe painful in this case. But, you know, this came up in another reading that I did recently. You can't really argue with justice because justice is rooted in fairness, righteousness, truth, authenticity. And if you want to wrestle with that, you can, but it doesn't usually fare well. And it's not usually an enjoyable experience to do so anyway. Why would you want to keep yourself in injustice? Why would you want to keep yourself bound or stuck in some stagnancy of whatever kind? You could gain a lot of attention, maybe, in whatever sense, whether it's people in your life or it's through something you're doing, or you know, it could be anything from in relationships to just the world to a business to performance. But there's something here that's going to cause an intense focus on you. And, you know, in a lot of ways, it almost feels like you think you've wanted that. But I think it might become kind of overwhelming in some way. And so that's why I feel like this reading, it's so essential to get clear and to get moving, because you don't want to set yourself up to have hindrances, to have blockages, because that'll affect things. It doesn't mean it's going to ruin things, but it'll affect things. It'll be distracting. It'll be confusing. You know, when you have this clear set path ahead of you to take, you want to make that as smooth as a process as possible. And right now you're just welcoming in bumps in the road. So address what has to be addressed and proceed forward with courage. And trust that you're making the right decisions, and that you know what is right for you, and you know you can trust what you feel, and that, you know, the rug's not going to be pulled up from under you, or, you know, go freely and optimistically. So I'm going to take this to the extended on my Patreon. If you want to join us there, awesome. If not, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you all have a great day.